Algunas Walls is a historical telling of things yet to pass. Hello, my name is CaptainShack, and in this episode of History and Lore, we look at the events that shaped the series we love so much, The Elder Scrolls. Algunas Walls is a very large Akaviri mural found within Skyhaven Temple, dating back to the First Era. The wall depicts several key events throughout the history of Tamriel, such as the Dragon War, and the Skyrim Civil War, and the return of Aldun. Emperor Riemann II permitted the construction of Algunas Wall in the First Era 2812. Its purpose was to record the accumulated dragon lore and prophecies that the Akaviri Dragon Guard possessed at the time, primarily as a defense against the forgetfulness of centuries to pass. Given that Aldun's return was inevitable, the Dragon Guard believed the wall was a gift to those that came after them. Craftsmen from temples across the Empire were called upon to work on the wall, and after 6 years, it was completed. Emperor Riemann II visited the temple to officially dedicate the wall. The blood seal outside the temple was consecrated in the presence of all Akaviri Dragon Guard of Skyrim. This allowed the temple to be sealed, only to ever be opened by the Dragonborn. Despite being a wonder of the ancient world, its location was lost over the centuries, and its existence almost forgotten. The prophecy of the Dragonborn has been said to originate in the Elder Scrolls, although it's sometimes also attributed to the Akaviri. The prophecy depicts several events that would preface the return of Aldun after his expulsion from the world. The first event recorded in the prophecy is the Shattering of the Staff of Chaos, an event depicted in the Elder Scrolls Arena, the game that started the series. The staff was an incredibly powerful relic that could open gateways to other worlds and obliterate living beings. The events that are depicted on the wall are as follows. The Emperor is summoned by the Imperial battle mage Jagar Tharn on rumors of treachery. But Tharn betrays him and transports the Emperor into another dimension. Tharn's apprentice, Raya Salmani, witnesses his treachery and tries to warn the Elder Council, but is killed by Tharn, her corporeal being destroyed by the Staff of Chaos. After months of planning, Jagar Tharn transforms himself into the image of the Emperor and takes the throne, summoning demons, minions, and transforming them into the Emperor's Guard, and sending the head of the Imperial Guard, the player, into the Imperial Dungeon to die. And this is where you start the very first game in the Elder Scrolls. Raya becomes an incorporeal form through the use of magic, and remains in this world so that she can warn the player of Tharn's treachery, and that the Emperor is actually Jagar Tharn in disguise. Raya creates a key for the player to escape his cell and transports him to another province through the use of a shift gate. The only way to stop Jagar Tharn is to obtain the Staff of Chaos, in which he holds his life force. The staff has been split into 8 pieces and scattered across Tamriel, as shown on the wall. Since the player is the only one Raya could trust, it's up to him to reassemble the pieces and defeat Tharn. Finally, after a long quest to reassemble the pieces which were hidden at the bottom of dungeons in each province, the player finally reassembles the Staff of Chaos. However, Jagar Tharn was not defeated like the player and Rhea had hoped. There was one final piece in the Imperial Palace, the Jewel of the Staff, which would make it complete. The player had to fight his way through the Imperial Palace to the basement level where he fought with Tharn. The player touched the staff to the jewel, and they formed instantly, melting Tharn. The staff creates a portal automatically to the dimension which the Emperor and General Warhaft are being held. They fall out of the portal and thank the player. The Emperor makes him the Eternal Champion, as a reward for saving them and defeating Jagar Tharn. So ends the story of the first game of the Elder Scrolls, Arena. In our next episode, we continue our look at Algunas Wall and the stories it holds. If you enjoyed this episode of History and Lore, check out our other game franchises that I've covered, like Star Wars Battlefront or the Fallout franchise, which I cover every single game in the Fallout franchise. Hit that thumbs up button and don't forget to subscribe here on TGN for more gaming goodness, or come on over to my channel, The XP Gamers, where we support the modding community. Thanks for watching, and I will see you guys next time.